Algebra 2, 5.5a, we're going to factor sums or differences of two cubes. If you haven't seen the previous videos for Chapter 5, you might become lost or confused. You can go to the video's description for links to watch them. The sum of two cubes is found with addition, a cubed plus b cubed. And the difference of two cubes is found with subtraction, a cubed minus b cubed. Some polynomials are both a difference of cubes and a difference of squares. Here we have x to the 6th minus y to the 6th. It's equal to x squared raised to the third power minus y squared raised to the third power. The power rule for exponents tells us we can multiply these, can't we? So either way, either order, multiplying a 3 times a 2 or a 2 times a 3, we're still going to get x to the 6th power, aren't we? So for your notes, for factoring sums or differences of two cubes, for the sum of two cubes, we have a cubed plus b cubed, and it's going to equal a plus b times a squared minus a times b plus b squared. So pay attention to these signs, okay? And look at the difference of two cubes, and you can compare the signs. We have a cubed minus b cubed, and that's equal to a minus b multiplied by a squared plus a times b plus b squared. We can factor x cubed plus 125 as x cubed plus 5 cubed. 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. In one set of parentheses, we write the cube root x of the first term plus the cube root 5 of the second term. And this gives us this x plus 5 in these parentheses. But we still need this next factor. So, to get the next factor, we do three things. The first thing we do is square the first term. So now we have an x squared here. See? That's the first term, x. We square it. Then we multiply the terms. So an x and a 5 would be a 5x, and we change the sign. Our plus becomes a minus. And then we square the second term. 5 squared is 25. So you might want to write those three things in your note and pause the video. So now we have two sets of parentheses. We have an x plus 5 multiplied by x squared minus 5x plus 25, which we can't factor. A polynomial that can't be factored is called a prime polynomial. And the factors x plus 5, that's one factor, and this x squared minus 5x plus 25, that's the other factor, are prime factors, since neither can be factored. We can treat the difference of cubes as a sum in order to factor sums and differences of cubes using the same method. So here we've got x cubed minus 27y cubed. That's going to equal x cubed plus a negative 3y cubed. So for our rule, we've got the a as the x and the b as the negative 3y. Following our rule, we get x minus 3y multiplied by x squared plus 3xy plus 3y squared. What we did to get this second factor was, again, number one, we square the first term, so we've got x squared. We multiply the terms and change the sign. So x times 3y would be 3xy. We had a minus sign. We're going to change it to a plus. And then we square the second term. 3 times 3 is 9, and y times y is y squared. We've got 9y squared. And this x cubed means x times x times x, doesn't it? And it would be minus this 27y cubed is 3y times 3y times 3y. That's how we got this. See? For the differences of cubes, here's our rule. We've got an x cubed minus 8. 8 is 2 times 2 times 2, isn't it? So we have an x cubed minus 2 cubed. It's going to equal x minus 2. Then we're going to multiply it by, we're going to square the x. We have x squared. We're going to multiply the 2 and the x, so we've got plus 2x, following this rule up here. And then we're going to square the second term. So we've got a 2 squared. That's going to be a 4, isn't it? Let's try one where the first term is a negative. We have a negative 8x cubed plus 27y cubed. 8 is 2 times 2 times 2, isn't it? So we have a negative 2x cubed, and 27 is 3 times 3 times 3, so we have a 3y cubed. That's going to give us a 3y minus a 2x. See how we put the 2x back here with the minus sign? For our second factor, we square the first term, so that means we have 3y squared. We multiply the terms and change the sign. We want to multiply 3y and 2x. That's going to give us 6xy. We change the sign to a plus from the minus. Then we square the second term, 2x squared. That's going to give us a 9y squared, 3 times 3 is 9, and then we have y squared, plus the 6xy minus 4x. So just remember, for this second factor, for the second set in the parentheses, we square the first term, we multiply the terms and change the sign, then we square the second term. We have 2 more parts to this lesson. Part 2 is going to be factoring trinomials of the type x²+bx+c. It's going to be video 5.5b. And then the last part is going to be factoring trinomials of the type ax²+bx+c, and that'll be 5.5c. So if you can remember those 3 things, or if you wrote down the 3 things for getting that second factor, you should be okay. And you can follow this along as a template to help you, or any one of these examples as a template for problems that you're going to have in your homework or on a test. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you for the second part of this lesson. Bye.